do some rubbing around the area as well, okay? If you really need to release that muscle tissue because of any headaches or neck tension, then this would actually help as well. Now, there is one contraindication that you really need to be aware of when you're working on the hair, and what that might be.
Dandruff?
No,
Head lice?
no. I mean, these are contraindications,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
but there is one thing that you need to be thinking of.
Spine injury?
Hair?
Hair.
in-
Hair extensions.
oh yeah, of course, and that's very
You
common.
start manipulating the hair when they've got hair extensions, you're actually going to pull the hair extensions away. So if you feel that they've got hair extensions, this is part of your consultation process. So ask them if they have hair extensions because you're going to be working on their head, yeah? Okay, and then effleurage to finish off the work, and then we do this lovely passive stretch. So the stretch, side of the head with your left hand, and the stretch is on the shoulder. So you push the shoulder downwards for 3, 2, 1, release, and then come up over the head and just say to your partner, I'm just going to turn your head to the right. Turn the head to the right, is that comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we do exactly the same on the left side. So 6 times, and then we bring the right hand to their head. We're just supporting their head, but we're not providing any depth to that support.
Thumb need between clavicle and ribs.
No, no, we're doing the
Need from scapula
leading
to
from scapula to
ridge.
occipital bra. That's it.
Sorry.
Lovely.
Sorry, I went back to the beginning.
That's okay. So we do that 3 times, and then we do this lovely work around the occipital ridge. Okay. If you overwork the occipital ridge, it can bring on nausea. So just be aware of that. So do that 3 times, and if you feel that there's a need, you do some lovely finger frictions around the area. And then we bring our effleurage in. Six times. And then final one, support the back of the ear head, support the shoulder, and let your body go into this lovely stretch. 3, 2, 1, and release. And then effleurage, I'm just going to turn your head central. So then we'll bring back, effleurage again. And this time we do the stretch differently. So instead of working the stretch down, you pull the spine towards you. But it isn't a wrench, it's a stretch. And you've actually got your fingers under the occipital ridge. Okay, so we do 3, 2, 1, and then we release. And then we come on to the earlobes, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Effleurage, circular need around earlobes.
Right, so we start, this is really quite a nice effleurage. It's a shame Valerie's actually got earrings in, but if she didn't have it, it's quite nice for them to take the earrings out because it's a really lovely technique to do, and you'll be surprised how many people hold a lot of tension in their earlobes. We have reflex areas in our earlobes as we do in our feet and our hands. So this will help the whole body to relax, not just the ears. Okay. So you do that 3 times, and then on the last time you take the thumb down to the earlobe. I'm not going to do this too much for Valerie because I don't want to hurt her, but you stretch the earlobe towards the couch for a nice stretch. And then you bring your attention to the head. Again, you can continue with effleurage, nice stroking of the head. So say, hello head, I'm going to work on you now.
Stroke hair, frictions and pressures to scalp, following by slight tugging of hair.
Okay. So you remember when you go to hairdresser, you have this lovely circular movement around the skull, and you think, oh,
It's happened.
Yeah.
or they've got too long nails, and you go, oh, when is this going to end? Because we're British, we don't say anything, we don't complain, do we? We just let them get on and do it. All the way around the head, nice circular movements. But don't forget we're working tissue against bone. So we want to release any tension around that area, okay? Lovely if they're actually having bad headaches or migraines. All the way around the head. And then we can do pressures. Okay. In Ayurvedic medicine, we have areas on our head that really affect the whole of the body. Okay, so by working on the pressure points on the head, we can affect the equilibrium and the well-being of the whole body. Okay, so this is a really nice one to do. And again, to support their nerve endings, we would actually start tugging. Now this can be quite difficult. So you don't use your front of the hand and then just tug. You use the back of the hand and you come towards me, or towards you as your therapist, and then you just do this lovely tugging. Now obviously, if you're working with a man and they have very, very short hair, or if you're working with a woman that has very, very short hair, or they have hair extensions, you do not do this, okay? It's a contraindication. So you would spend more time on this lovely movement here, yeah? Or another technique that we might introduce, which we're going to introduce on the face, might be what we call tapotement. So it's like playing a piano. That's not in the
If the
in the
person
routine.
has extensions.
Yeah, yeah. If they haven't got, if they've got hair extensions, so it's quite nice to use another technique. And then we finish. Now we wouldn't normally finish here. We would wash our hands now. Okay.
To do the face.
To do the face. Okay, but I'm not going to do the face today because it's so special and it deserves a session all on its own. Okay, so now what you would do is wash your hands and then start on the face. Okay, so not too many moves.